From Farmers Branch City Hall, hello everyone and welcome to Council Countdown, where if you give us just a few minutes, we will bring you a rundown of everything you need to know for the next City Council meeting agenda. I'm Katie Evans in for Tom Bryson with this Council Countdown for the upcoming City Council meeting of Tuesday, May 3rd, 2016. First up, after ceremonial items and a report on study session, members of the Council will consider items placed on the consent portion of the agenda. Consent items are items to be considered with action taken that may not need individual explanation or discussion during the meeting. There are 4 items on the May 3rd consent agenda. Agenda item G1 is to consider approval of the minutes for City Council meeting held on April 19th. Item G2 is to consider approving resolution number 2016-040 authorizing submission of an application to Dallas County for the fiscal year 2016 Dallas County Community Development Block Grant Program for the Shoredale Lane Water and Sewer Project. Community Development Block Grant, or CDBG, eligible projects are those that improve or maintain existing low to moderate income neighborhoods, promote low-income home ownership, or eliminate community-threatening conditions. Examples of eligible projects include water and sewer replacements, road projects, park rehabilitation, and sidewalk projects. The existing asbestos cement water line in Shoredale Lane is more than 33 years old, and the existing clay tile sewer lines are more than 49 years old and require high levels of maintenance. 2 areas of the city meet the qualifications for the required low to moderate income standard for CDBG funds. One area is generally bounded by Spring Valley Lane Alleyway, Josie Lane, Dennis Lane, Valley View Lane, and Interstate Highway 35 East northbound service road. The other area is generally bounded by Fike Road, Dennis Lane, Valwood Parkway, Ivanwood Lane, Janwood Lane, and Josie Lane. On April 14th, the Dallas County Commissioners Court approved changes to Dallas County's CDBG program. Funding will now be provided on an every other year basis so that 1/2 of the cities participating in the program will receive funding 1 year and the remaining cities the next. In their particular funding year, cities will receive approximately twice the annual amount of funding that they received under the old program. For fiscal year 2016, the City of Farmers Branch is eligible to receive $219,773 in CDBG funds from Dallas County. Dallas County will be holding public hearings on May 17th and June 21st in compliance with a requirement by Dallas County to encourage public input. The project that has been identified for the fiscal year 2016 CDBG funding is the replacement of approximately 1,350 linear feet of existing water line of Shoredale Lane from Hollandale Lane to Fike Road, and 327 linear feet of existing sanitary sewer line of Shoredale Lane from Rollingdale Lane to 27 feet north of Starcrest Lane. This project will consist of replacement of all the mains, service lines, valves, fire hydrants, and manholes. Preparation of the plans and specifications would begin later this year, with the project being bid and constructed in the second quarter of 2017. The fiscal year 2016 Community Development Block Grant application deadline is June 1st. This item is consistent with core value number 5, which is to provide functional, sustainable, and well-maintained infrastructure, facilities, and equipment. City Administration recommends approving resolution number 2016-040. Item G3 is to consider approving resolution number 2016-048, accepting a grant from the Criminal Justice Division of the Governor's Office for body-worn cameras in the amount of $29,400 and authorizing a 25% grant match of $7,350 from the city. The Farmers Branch Police Department has researched the use of body-worn cameras through a process of test and evaluation of several different cameras and finds that the addition of this technology will provide for a safer environment for the officers and citizens they serve. The cameras will enhance officer interactions with the public, help to build upon community trust, and provide another method by which to capture evidence in the field. This request supports guiding principles of public safety and financial stewardship. There are sufficient funds available in the fiscal year 2015-2016 budget to fund a body-worn camera program and provide for the 25% match as required by the Governor's Office grant guidelines. While Resolution number 2016-021 was passed accepting this grant during the February 16th City Council meeting, due to the change in the City Manager's position, a new resolution is required by the Criminal Justice Division of the Governor's Office. City Administration recommends approving Resolution number 2016-048. Item G4 is to consider approving Resolution number 2016-049 in support of the application of Windy Ridge LLC to the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality for municipal settings designation for property located at 1000 Lake Ridge Road in Lewisville, Texas. Windy Ridge LLC has applied for a municipal setting designation, or MSD, from the City of Lewisville and the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality for a 15.2-acre tract at 1000 Windy Ridge Road in Lewisville, Texas. This comprises the western portion of a 28-acre tract plan development. The City of Lewisville approved an MSD designated property pursuant to their ordinance number 4227-11-2015 on November 16, 2015. The MSD designated property and surrounded properties are currently used for commercial and residential purposes. An approved MSD prohibits the use of shallow groundwater beneath the MSD property and adjacent street rights-of-way as potable water and appropriately restricts other uses of and contact with the shallow groundwater at the MSD property. Farmers Branch has a drinking water well located at 524 Huffines Road in Lewisville that is located within the 5 miles of the MSD designated property. This drinking water well is founded in the Trinity Aquifer. Groundwater at the property is encountered in the uppermost aquifer at depth ranging from 18 to 23 feet below ground surface, and the flow is generally to the southeast away from the drinking water well. The groundwater has been impacted with nitrate. The impacted aquifer is approximately 900 feet above the Trinity Aquifer, in which the City of Farmers Branch well is founded, and is separated by the Eagle Ford Shale Formation, the Woodbine Aquifer, and several limestone and clay formations comprising the Washita and Fredericksburg groups. Concentrations of the chlorinated volatile organic compounds have proven to be stable in some monitoring wells and decreasing in others. Based on the lateral distance between the designated property and the City of Farmers Branch well, the presence of aquatards between the impacted aquifer and the Trinity Aquifer, it is highly unlikely that the presence of nitrates in the shallow groundwater at the MSD site will affect the water quality of the City of Farmers Branch well. City Administration recommends approving Resolution number 2016-049. And that was it for the consent agenda. Here are the rest of the items before the Council in their regular session at this upcoming meeting. Agenda item H1 is to conduct a public hearing and consider adopting ordinance number 3367, approving a specific use permit for a nursing school facility located at 2711 LBJ Freeway. Item H2 is to conduct a public hearing and consider adopting ordinance number 3368, approving a text amendment to Article 8, definitions and explanations noted in use of the comprehensive zoning ordinance. Agenda item I1 to consider adopting ordinance number 3366, amending the City of Farmers Branch Code of Ordinances, Chapter 82, Traffic and Vehicles, Article 2, Division 6, Section 82-95, amending no parking zones on portions of Richland Avenue. Item I2 to consider approving Resolution number 2016-046, authorizing the execution of a residential demolition rebuild program incentive agreement for the owners of property located at 2707 Farmers Branch Lane. And agenda item I3 to consider adopting ordinance number 3369, authorizing the issuance of City of Farmers Branch, Texas combination tax and revenue certificates of obligation Series 2016 in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $2.6 million for public safety improvements, equipment and supporting systems for the Farmers Branch Justice Center, awarding the sale of certificates, levying a tax in payment of and providing for the security for and payment of the certificates, approving the official statement and a paying agent registrar agreement, enacting other provisions, and declaring an effective date. The Council may recess into a closed session, but will then reconvene into regular session to take any necessary action. And that will do it for the May 3rd agenda. Every regular meeting of the Farmers Branch City Council can be seen live on FBTV. That is Time Warner Cable Channel 16 in Farmers Branch, AT&T UVerse Channel 99 throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, or online at www.farmersbranchtx.gov. This City Council information program will be made available simultaneous to agenda posting on the Friday before each regular City Council meeting, and will air prior to the live meeting as well as before all council meeting replays here on FBTV. That replay schedule is at 6 p.m. 7 days a week. In the meantime, the May 3rd meeting of the City Council starts at 6 p.m. Tuesday evening here at Farmers Branch City Hall. We hope to see you here. Until then, for everyone here in the studio, I'm Katie Evans, and you are watching Council Countdown on FBTV. We'll see you next time.